Hello everyone. Today we'll learn the first chapter of a chemistry book, The Language of Chemistry. In this chapter we shall learn about the chemical symbols, the formula of the compound, the valency, radicals, the ways to write the chemical formulas, the different ways to name the certain compounds, and also we'll learn how to find the relative molecular mass of the given compound. You already know that the chemistry is a branch of science in which we study about the matter and its composition, and also the structures and the changes occurring in the compound when it is subjected to different physical conditions such as temperature, pressure, presence of catalyst, and many more. You all have already studied in your junior classes that all the matters are made up of the small particle known as atoms, and these atoms combines together to form a element or compound. If the kinds of atoms combining together is identical, they are known as the elements, and if these atoms which combines are unidentical, they are known as a compound. So thus the elements are a simple and pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into the simpler substances, but whereas the compounds are also the pure substances which are made up of more than one kind of atoms. So depending upon the number of atoms that combines together to form a molecule, the molecules may be classified as monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, and even polyatomic. So the monoatomic molecules are the one which consist only one atom in the molecule. For example, helium, neon, and many other inert gases. The diatomic molecules are the one that has two atoms in the molecules. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. So hence we can conclude that the molecules that contains more than one atoms are known as polyatomic. Now coming to the chemical symbols, a chemical symbol is a short form that stands for the atoms of a specific element or can be used as a short form of the name of the element. Atoms of the element combine to form a molecule, so it's possible to represent the molecules in terms of symbols of constituent atom. Therefore, the symbolic representation of a molecule is known as formula or molecular formula. Now coming to the valency, we know that most of the atoms, they have incompletely filled shell. So in order to attain the stability, they either gain or loses electron during the chemical reactions. So the number of electron that the atom can donate or receive during the chemical reaction is said to be the valency. Some of the compounds exhibits more than one valency. It's because during the chemical reactions they may lose the electrons from the penultimate shells as well. So therefore such elements exhibits variable valency. For example, iron, copper, mercury, lead, and tin. Now coming to the radicals, what are radicals? So we know that the charged atoms are known as ions, but whereas the charged atoms are a group of atoms of the same or of different elements that behaves as a single unit with a positive or negative charge is known as radicals. So depending on the positive or negative charges, the radicals can be classified as basic radical and acidic radicals. So dear students, in page number 5 of your chemistry textbook, you have some of the list of positive ions or the basic radicals, or of the negative ions, that is the acid radicals. You must memorize them along with the valency in order to learn how to write the names of the compound. So in our next session, we shall learn how to name the certain compounds or how to write down the formulas of a given compound.